B crap show that we call LSU, the circus of Baton Rouge, the Bayou sideshow that is the LSU athletic program. It's making its way back into the news. I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is the Dylan Hildreth Show. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Let's dive into it, shall we? Brian Kelly. LSU is claiming it has not formally terminated coach. This article by Dan Wetzel of ESPN. In a legal filing against LSU's Board of Supervisors, Brian Kelly's attorneys say LSU had taken the position that it has not formally terminated Kelly as the Tigers football coach. The school, according to the petition for declaratory, what does that mean? Having the function of declaring or explaining something. Okay. Whatever that means. I'm not a lawyer. I'm good at arguing, but I'm not a lawyer. Anyway, it is now seeking to fire Kelly for cause and potentially avoid paying the full buyout of nearly $54 million. The filing claims that LSU informed Kelly's representatives of this position Monday. According to a copy obtained of the suit obtained by ESPN, LSU's representatives had a call with Coach Kelly's representatives, where LSU took the position that Brian Kelly had not been formally terminated and informed Kelly's representatives for the first time that LSU believed grounds for termination for cause existed. So for those who may not be too deep in the weeds on the coaching, the contracts involved with coaching. So there's being fired for sucking at your job, which is what Brian Kelly is being fired for. That's not a for cause thing. So LSU is obligated to pay whatever is in the contract, which in this case, it's paying Kelly $54 million. Now, if he's fired for cause, so for an example, like say Brian Kelly showed up to practice one day completely drunk and smacks one of the players upside the face. That would be for cause. Now, before you go off, no, that didn't happen. I'm just using an example. At least we don't think that anything happened like that. But nonetheless, that would be for cause. So, in that particular case, LSU would not have to pay that $54 million. So, the 48-page lawsuit was filed in the 19th Judicial District for the parish of East Baton Rouge just hours after this call. According to the filing, Kelly's lawyers are seeking a declaratory judgment confirming that LSU's termination of Coach Kelly is without cause and that Kelly is entitled to receive the full liquid damages provided in for his contract. If LSU had cause, then the school would no longer owe the full amount of the buyout. Kelly, 64, was initially relieved of his duties on October 26, one day after LSU's 49-25 loss to Texas A&M, dropping the Tigers to 5-3 at the time. His dismissal was said to be performance-related, with then athletic director Scott Woodward saying in a statement, We had high hopes that he would lead us to multiple SEC and national championships during his time in Baton Rouge. Ultimately, the success at the level that LSU demands simply did not materialize. Even though he's taken him to an SEC title game in his first year, and but you know, just LSU needs to the fan base of LSU needs to readjust their expectations of what their program really is. They are upper middle class with caviar taste. Yeah, you're not getting that caviar. You got to save up for that. I mean, pre NIL era, I would say okay. But this is the NIL era. Everybody's now allowed to pay their players, not just the guys in the South. But nonetheless, the suit does not specify who from LSU spoke to Kelly's representatives Monday or what behavior might constitute a for cause dismissal. The suit alleges that LSU told Kelly's representatives Monday that Woodward did not have the authority to terminate Coach Kelly or make settlement offers to him in October, and thus Kelly was never officially terminated. The filings pushed back on 3 points that LSU brought up in the call. Coach Kelly's representatives informed LSU that Coach Kelly disagreed with each of LSU's new positions, including the idea that somehow he had not been terminated. Oh, what the hell? So, LSU. So if I'm understanding this correctly, LSU is trying to say that the athletic director did not have the authority to fire the head football coach. Your boss does not have the ability to fire you. That is what LSU is trying to make. Woodward departed under pressure 4 days after firing Kelly. That followed an October 29th news conference during the Louisiana governor Jeff Landry publicly criticized Woodward and said that Woodward would not be involved in the hiring of the next football coach. Right now, we've got a $53 million liability, and we are not doing that again, Landry told reporters at this time. Comments are referenced in the lawsuit. Kelly's contract includes a for-cause termination that allows his firing due to material and substantial rule violations, being convicted of a felony, other crimes. Already went over that. LSU has never claimed that Coach Kelly was terminated for cause prior to November 10th, 2025. Never asserted that he engaged in any conduct that would warrant such a termination, the lawsuit reads. To the contrary, LSU repeatedly confirmed both publicly and to Coach Kelly that the termination was due to the team's performance and not for a cause. The lawsuit goes into great lengths to detail the process of for cause and how LSU would have had to inform Kelly of within a 7-day period. Kelly would have 7 days to respond. The suit says that never occurred. So this is just a pathetic attempt from LSU to get out of paying $54 million. Like, the for cause is like, you have to do some pretty awful things. Now, there's one coach that comes to mind. I'm gonna double check here. Was Mel Tucker Fired with cause. So he was fired with cause. This is just the last one that I can think of that had that for cause, and I'm seeing. There we go. The Lansing State Journal. Michigan. Stupid ad. So this is Matt Carney. I'm butchering the name. I know. Leave me alone. Michigan State University fired Mel Tucker nearly a year ago, and here's what happened since. This was written back in 2024. So about 13 months ago. It's been a year since Michigan State suspended Mel Tucker before eventually firing him. And in the following story of a USA Today story that detailed a long-running harassment investigation. A new coach is in place, blah, 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 blah. How we got here. Fired him for cause. About 2 years before Haller fired Tucker, the coach signed one of the most lucrative, about 95 million, specific language. Set out the reasons. Haller cited the stipulations, ground for termination. Tucker filed the lawsuit in federal court. Lawsuit. Let's see. Um, so it looks like that's a mess and a half. But yeah, Mel Tucker was the last one fired for cause, and that is a whole situation that I'm not gonna dive into. But nonetheless, this mess just continues on. I don't see an avenue of what LSU can do here as far as proving for cause. So it's just an absolute mess. LSU is taking a really bad situation and making it so much worse. So, all right, I yeah, I mean, you can scream to the mountaintops that this is the best open job in college football. I with this and the governor getting involved now, like I'd rather be going to Florida. I'd rather be going to Penn State. I'd rather be going to uh Florida State once that job opens up. I mean, we're getting to the juncture that Oklahoma State is a better job than LSU. I mean, this is what coach is gonna want to go into that firestorm, because again, you have to remember LSU, They don't have they're not rolling in the dough. They got outbid by Michigan for a quarterback. Brian Kelly was out there saying that they need more money. He even put $1 million towards the player fund. Uh, it, it's not a great situation at LSU. It's very shiny and it's very tempting given their history, but thing is, you are going to be expected to win wars with a Red Ryder BB gun. I mean, it's a mess. And now I guess you're going to have the governor breathing down your neck if you end up sucking at LSU. I mean, good lord. I mean, this went from a job that I would be very, very, very hesitant to take if I was a John Summerall or a Alex Golish from Tulane and USF. But seeing this, nope. I am going to stay right where I am. I am more than comfortable in Tulane and USF. I look good and green. I don't know about you, but I look real good and green. I mean, geez, oh, peace, this is a mess. And by the way that uh, the governor was making it sound, yeah, they're not going to be going after the big home run hire that's going to cost $100 million after everything's said and done. So we might be getting a fresh face in at LSU. We'll see whether it is Summerall or Gaulish or Hartline, the or whoever it may be. We'll see. I'm Dylan Hodges. This is the Dylan Hodges Show. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any football or racing. We'll see you in the next one.